Welcome to the summer edition of Money, Markets, and More. We hope you guys are having a great start to your summer. I know a lot of you have kids and grandkids that are out of school for the summer. You've got some great trips planned. Callan and I are going to spend the most of our summer chasing around the kids, playing whatever sport they're in at the moment. But we're looking forward to that, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your summer as well. We wanted to do a couple of things in today's episode. One was just to touch on a couple of issues that we see surrounding retirement planning, and then also to give you guys an update on the market. So let's first talk about retirement planning. For those of you that are preparing for retirement or you already are retired, you've heard me talk about the term distribution rate. And all that means is what percentage of the portfolio are you taking out every year to live on, and how much does the account need to make to keep you even or to give you a little growth. And when we're preparing for retirement, in our very initial meetings, we talk about that and we talk about what your goals are. And the main question I get is, do I have enough money to retire? And I always say that depends. It depends on how much money you have saved, how much money you want to spend, and how old you are when you retire. The other big factor is, when we're looking at this, is some clients, they say, look, I have this amount of money saved, and I don't want to touch my principal. I want to make sure that everything's intact for my kids and my grandkids whenever I pass away. So we have to plan for that. We have a whole another group of clients that say, I worked my whole life for this money, and if there's anything left, that's great, but I want to enjoy my life. I want to do the things that I want to do, and whatever's left, that's fine. So when we come off of years, especially like 2022, when we have bad markets, we just want to make sure that we go back in, reevaluate what those goals are, and make sure that everything is still in line for those distributions. Callan and I are constantly checking that for you guys. When we're doing our reviews, when we're reviewing portfolios, we're always looking at that. But if you have a question about it or want to just go over that distribution rate and retirement plan, please don't hesitate to reach out. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Callan to give you guys a market update.
Thank you, Hannah. Great information. In our last video, we talked about how the market was range bound, and it was going to take a catalyst for it to break either up or down. And that's happened. So far in June, the market has broken out to the upside. So what was that catalyst? What we're thinking is happening is that the Fed is getting closer to the end of its rate hike cycle. We're going to find out today, but it's likely going to be a skip in this meeting. And why is that different than a pause? Because the Fed has decided that we're going to skip this rate hike this month, but reserve the right to raise rates either in July or months after that, depending on what the numbers look like. Inflation has come down, but it is still way too high for the Fed. There are some areas of the inflation market that are still very sticky and are stubbornly high, but the Fed is still determined to bring those numbers down. So what do we think is going to happen? Most people still feel that there's going to be a recession at the end of the year. We're starting to see a softening in the labor market. We're starting to see corporate numbers and their earnings starting to come down. And it's highly likely that the end of the year, the beginning of next year, we're going to see some type of recession. Still to be determined on whether or not it is a severe recession. Most people think it's going to be a short and shallow recession. We've talked a lot about that on these videos here. But over the next couple of months, we're going to see how the Fed reacts to the numbers that are coming out over the summer. Something that a lot of people also talk about is that sell in May and go away. It's an adage that a lot of people have used in the past to say that the market does not do well between the holidays of Memorial Holiday and Labor. But we see so far in the month of June that the markets have done very well. So it's not working out this summer, at least so far. But we'll see as we go along this summer and how the Fed reacts to the next wave of inflation numbers. So with that, we conclude our Money Markets and More Summer Edition, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon.